I guess my inability to act like the other humans on this planet. I actually played music professionally for 30 years and started doing this professionally 6 years ago as a job. And I've been kind of in the game for about 8 years. And I honestly, I did not wake up, when I was a kid, say, oh, I want to be a comedian. I never ever thought about it. I completely just forced gumped my way into it. It was an accident, and I'm very lucky that it happened. I was terrible, so the feeling was I wanted to shoot myself. And then after I did it for a few months, I was still terrible, and I wanted to shoot everybody else. So, but after a while, you get less terrible, and you learn a little, and little victories, little small laughs here and there. And, from playing music for a long time, I really didn't have any nerves, so when I went up there, I was fully aware of how bad I was. So when I got a little better and started learning and getting a little more professional, it was, it was a good feeling. It was a nice, something new, because I didn't start doing comedy for a living until I was 45. Well, my favorite comics are, I love Mitch Hedberg. I loved him when he was around. Robin Williams was my absolute favorite. And, I love Louis C.K. and, people like that, and Hannibal Buress, and, all those guys, Kyle Canney. But, I guess the main person that I saw that really inspired me to try to be funny was Carol Burnett. When I was a little boy, I saw her perform, and my father used to tell jokes. And I asked him, I said, hey, look, it was like 1970. I was like 5 years old. I said, hey, Dad, look, Carol Burnett, she's doing the same thing that you do at the reunions and stuff. Touring with comics is not like touring with musicians. When you tour as a band, there's 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 of you. You can insulate yourself or not. When you go on the road with a comic, it's you and him or you and her or whatever. So, God, I've never been asked that before. I guess somebody huge, somebody gigantic, so that it would be easy. I don't know, Louis C.K., somebody like that. That would be good, because I'm quite sure that he wouldn't want to hang out with me. Daniel Tosh. I want to get the worst. The one that would be the hardest on me. Daniel Tosh, and who else is real good at that? Ross. He's real good at it. He'll hurt you. Todd Glass, maybe. Howie Mandel and Bobcat Goldthwait. I just remember the old school stuff. I don't really watch a lot of the new stuff. I watch a lot of the 30-minute stuff on Netflix and stuff like that. I just watched Paulo Francisco yesterday. I watched his stuff. It was great. I always like the old Richard Pryor stuff and Eddie Murphy stuff. Some of the George Carlin stuff's a little over my head, but I liked it. Anything Robin Williams did, I like. But as for new stuff, I don't see a lot of. I saw the funniest movie I've seen, the one with De Niro and Zach. Was it Dirty Granddad? That's the funniest comedy movie I have probably ever seen. I laughed the whole movie. So I don't know who wrote that, but whoever did needs to get. They need to do more, because I'd like to see another one like that. I've done some improv. I'm still a baby in this business. I'm still young. All the young guys who have been doing it 5 or 6 years, I've been doing it 6 years. So, I'm like a baby still in it. So, I'd like to do improv. I'm an actor. I was an extra in some TV shows and stuff. I'd really like to do film. I'd like to get into film and do TV, because it's a steady paycheck. And in film, I can do characters, because that's what I would want to do. I would want to be something other than myself. And that's probably what aspire to do most right now. I've never wished to be famous. I tried to do that with the band, and when it didn't happen, it broke my heart. I woke up one day when I was 40 years old with this epiphany: wow, I'm not going to be Eddie Van Halen. It's not going to happen. And it hurts a lot. When you're an artist, you have to have a thick skin, but still things get to you, and when they get through that thick skin, they tend to stay with you a lot longer. I felt like I was in a period of mourning for about 2 years when I figured out that I wasn't going to be famous rock star. So, I've tried to keep my expectations low. Really, all I care about in stand-up, really, all that matters to me is to make the people laugh in front of me. I've done shows with 6 people in front of me and 3,000, and I just want to be good. I'm more solid now than I've ever been. I work more than anybody I know, all over the country, and really, I still just want to be solid. And other than that, I think everything else will fall in place. I'm supporting myself now off of it. I would like that to be more, but all I really want to be is good. Well, I'm not political, or I'm not, an aggravating or shock comic at all. I'm pretty much the self-deprecating, I see dumb stuff kind of redneck kind of guy. So when people leave, I would like to know that they just came and had fun for an hour and they were away from whatever. I had old school comic tell me one time. He said, I don't like comics that do a lot of crowd work, because people work all week and they don't want to tell you who they are, what they do for a living. They want to watch you make them laugh. I don't totally agree with that, because I do a little crowd work, but I would just like it if someone would come watch me after a 40-hour week and say, wow, man, for 90 minutes I laughed and completely forgot about my truck payment and my car payment and the daycare and my dog's vet bill and taxes, and I need my car aligned and my check engine light. I would like that. They can find me anywhere on Doug Canney on social media. My website is profunny.com, which is pro with a hyphen funny. If you Google Doug Canney, it'll take you right to it. I have a Twitter, which is just Doug Canney, and hit me up. I got videos and all kinds of stuff like that. Check out Sareth's new site, acutiepie.com, for an interview with me.